So, if you're one of those motherfuckers that's like 40 or 50 or 60, and the only 2 or 3 or 4 bands you like are shit you fucking learned about when you were like 16, and your motherfucking stupid ass is just locked in for life, and you're not interested in any other music, you're already dead. You should just die. There's so much fucking great music and so many genres out there. I don't give a fuck if you only ever liked one genre. There's so much awesome shit in that genre you like. You're fucking retarded. There's this dude at work. Every time he comes in, he makes a smart ass comment about whatever the fuck we're listening to, if it's not the 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4 fucking little handful of shit he likes. Which is like, granted, I used to be a fucking fan of Too Short. Yeah, Two Live Crew, I fucking like Two Live Crew. Fucking the motherfucker likes fucking Tupac. Tupac's arguably one of the fucking greatest that ever lived, and probably ever fucking will live, regarding rap. I know some of the new rappers like to pretend like it's bullshit, but they're fucking retarded. As far as being a wordsmith in rap, that's... And granted, you can pull up some examples of some tracks that are garbage, but there's a fucking customer that's just like, dude. And one time he was talking about something, and I was like, yeah, I can't stand people from Phoenix. He was like, why? I was born and raised here. I just kind of looked at him, and then he kept talking. It's like, you're so stupid, you didn't even just gather that I insulted you. Like, you're so... He didn't take any offense. He doesn't even know what the fuck I said. It's fucking... Anyway. So my penis. We're going to talk about my penis. By we, I mean me. And by the people I'm talking to being just the microphone and the software that records it. That's about it. Because nobody gives a fuck, and that's good. I'm comfortable doing this because nobody listens. If it ever gets bombed on, I don't know what. Probably make all the videos private, I guess. I'll probably get chickened out and like, nah, fuck that shit. So let's talk about my penis. Okay, so my penis used to be pretty awesome, and those are not my words. Let's talk about my first girlfriend. So my first girlfriend, I'm super shy because there's a little kid right next to us, right next to me, and her window's down, and I don't want her to hear anything. So my first girlfriend, she wanted the dick as much as she could get it. And I gave it to her a lot. I gave it to her in school, like in the building. I gave it to her in the park near the school. I gave it to her at home. I gave it to her at her home. I gave it to her all over the place. She was fucking crazy hot. I wish I had pictures of when we were together. But digital cameras weren't even a thing yet, I don't think. This was in like 96, 97, 90, 95, 96, 97, somewhere back there. And she loved it. And like, it was so fucking bad that when we broke up, we went to a school called Abraham Lincoln in Council Bluffs, Iowa. I did. And she went there. She had some classes at TJ, I believe. And she had some classes at Lewis Central, and she also had some class. This is over the course of the year and the year after we were together. She had classes at Canesville. She knew the whole town that was anywhere near my age range. She was all over the place. Everybody talked to her. She was fucking crazy crazy gorgeous. But when we'd fuck, she would like she'd jump on, it would be like fuck. She would fuck hard, and we'd go for a long time. And she was this tiny little skinny toned. I'm surprised there's not a big Trump fan or big Trump flag on the back of that faggoty ass sister fucker mobile. But she'd bruise the shit out. We'd fuck so hard. And I mean, I would go pretty hard when I was on top too. But I'd get bruises all over my waist and my thighs from her sexy ass little ass just beating the fuck out of me. I'm not complaining. I mean, I am complaining. It was really annoying. But after her, because of that rough sex, after her, my next girlfriend was definitely chubby. The girl after that, she was all right. Which turn do I take? I think this one. I do not recall if it was this one or Alma School. I'm on a mission. But after that, I was with chubby chicks for a while. But besides the point, because of the padding, I mean, really, it's helpful. If you're gonna fuck rough, you should probably get someone that's got some meat on their bones, or you're gonna get bruised a lot. Which is fine. That's fun too. Some people, I don't like bruises. I like rough sex, but I don't like the bruises. But anyway, after we broke, actually I broke up with her for a lot of reasons. But I was going to go back to jail. I was going to get locked up again if I stayed with her. She was trouble. It was a lot of fun, but I didn't want to get locked up again, and it was just heading that way. But anyway, it got to the, she like I said, she knows a lot of people. And this is how hard it was for me to get sex for a long time. What's your name? Eric Smith? Oh. Didn't you date Susan Cannon? Like, yeah. I said her name. Well, I don't give a shit. No one's ever going to see this. And they'd be like, oh, really? And then after that, it was like, do I want to fuck him or not? That's it. That's all. I don't know what the fuck well, actually, I heard some stories of what she said. But after me, she turned into a sex fiend. I guess she was going through dick like I don't know, fucking like I was going out of style. It was nuts. I heard some crazy stories. And the dude that she finally ended up with that could satisfy her, I guess, he was a hot dude, like he was a dude that could dance like crazy, and he was always at talent shows. He could rap, he could dance. He was skinny and I don't know if he was buff, but he was toned. I could tell he was toned. I'm sorry, car behind me. I didn't realize. I guess I did know I was in that lane, but my bad. I don't like being in the right lane if I'm not going to turn, because then I'm in the way of the motherfucker that wants to turn. And that ain't my style, bro. I don't like to be in the way. I don't want to exist. So if I'm in front of someone and they're behind me and they have their turn signal on and I'm in the way, I do feel a little bad, because I didn't have to be over there. I know that. No reason for me to be in the way. So that's why I got over. I don't want to be in the way up here. I don't want to be in the way ever. I don't even want to exist. But it's no surprise she ended up with that dude. Like, 'cause he was like an alpha. I'm sure he had the dick. I assume, I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But that was really nice. And then there's my first baby's mom. Well, okay. No, never mind. My first baby's mom, we're just going to go with that. My first baby's mom, after we broke up, she'd be like, blah, 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 blah. Back before I pissed her off with the tiniest little confrontation. She doesn't do any confrontation, and she bailed. Does not talk to me anymore. I don't even try. I don't even fucking try. She's awesome, but I don't even try. Fucking fuck her. I mean, that's just returning the favor. Say fuck you and fuck you too. But anyway, she'd like, hey, send me a new dick pic. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Like, you took it for years. What do you need a new dick pic for? It's like, I was talking to somebody about your dick, and I'm like, what'd you say? Well, I said it was. She said, I said it was magnificent, and I want to prove it. I want to show her I'm not bullshitting. I'm like, all right. So I sent her a dick pic. She's like, thank you. And then she'd send me screenshots of conversations and their reactions. And fucking, I don't remember how the fuck it happened, but I found out about a group chat with 20 or 25 people in it, and they were all sharing the dick pics that they sent, that they'd been given from people they wanted and the people they really didn't want. And they're all comparing. And she's like, give me one of yours, because she knew I had an awesome dick. And I was like, all right. So I gave her the one that had googly eyes on the head, and I wasn't even fully hard, because the googly eyes I didn't have any stickum on them. There was no way to hold them to my dick. It was just balanced on the head. So trying to get a good clear picture with googly eyes balancing on the tip of my dick and being extremely hard. I could not. I'm by myself. I needed to have someone help me. That's what I should have done. But I did not do that. So I have a half-hard dick. And I was on the toilet too, because I had a baby and a brother-in-law, and I was trying to be slick. And that's the best I could do. I could not get it hard enough to. I was maybe 70% hard, maybe. It was sad. I needed it to be better. But anyway, that's the picture I sent, and it was like unequivocal domination. I won that shit. And she sent me all the screenshots of that. So I have an ego based on the bricks that other people put in the wall. It is not my fault. I do not take responsibility. But I'm talking about my previous dick, my current dick, and I go, what the fuck are you talking about? So one day, I don't know if any guys hear this, or actually if a girl, whoever hears this, if you don't believe me, ask random guys that love talking about their dick, and they'll tell you that some days you just have a boner, like you're horny as fuck, and the boner's just there. The boner's with you all day, and I don't know how other guys do it, but I am long enough, I was long enough, I don't know, I might be still. I would tuck it under my belt and just go, like, I've always worn baggy clothes, so I just tuck it up under my belt and have my shirt hanging down. Nobody needs to know I have a fucking boner. And there were times where I'd work half a day with a full-on boner, because I was just fucking, that's how it is. Boner wasn't going to go away, and this was one of those days. Full-on boner. And I was alone, being a stay-at-home dad. I just had my boner tucked away, and then my kid Lily was being awesome and all that. So I never ducked away to take care of it and maybe blow a couple rounds off and make it go away. But that day it was even worse, because I was super tired, and the fucking landlord was supposed to come to fix the roof, or whoever the fuck he was gonna send, and he never showed up. And I was getting upset, and I was getting ready to fall asleep, and then they showed up, and sure enough, his fucking super hot ass wife, which I don't understand, she's so fucking hot, but her name is Paulina. It just seems like such a weird name for a crazy hot person. And she, of course, she was wearing fucking what are they called? Yoga pants, leggings, whatever. And she smelled so good, and my boner was like diamond status. It was fucking, I felt weird, because she was standing next to me, showing me pictures and talking to me, and fucking while the dude was on the roof working on it. And then he'd come in, and then she'd turn her back to me with that ass, talking to him, and I'm like, I was 100% hard, and she kept shifting her weight from one foot to the other while she was talking to him, and they were talking about shit. And you know what happens when you shift your weight from one foot to the other? Your ass just goes do 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 do, my booty do 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 do. So I was extra super hard, and then they were done and they left. And as soon as they left, I was falling asleep before they got there. And as soon as they left, all that boner energy, I went to the couch and laid down, face down, and I was gone. I was fucking gone. And then that was about 9 o'clock. I wake up about 10:30, and my dick hurts so bad. Hurts so bad. Fucking killing me. Man, my dick was fucked up. And ever since then, the head of, like, I'd say the top third of my dick, but that's not right. The head of my dick and a little bit under it, like maybe a finger or two under it, never really got hard. Well, actually, at the time, it was just, it hurt real bad to get hard. It actually hurt all the time, but it hurt pretty bad to get hard for a few weeks. And man, so my dick was never the same after that day. And I told my doctor about it. He's like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm like, hey man, I don't want you to rub my dick. I'm just like, tell me what's going on. Like, what could this be? And he's like, well, it sounds like you just blew a valve. And I'm like a heart valve? What are you talking about? And he was talking blah, 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 blah. He's like, it's easy to fix. You just have to go to your urologist and they can do surgery. And my penis is like, nope, no surgery on me, motherfucker. I was like, oh, okay. So I never had surgery on my penis. So anytime someone wants to see my dick, I'm like, I'll send you before the damage picture. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I'll be like, well, I broke my dick. I'll show you what it used to look like. I mean, and then I was talking to someone recently about it, and they're like, no, that's just normal. That's erectile dysfunction. It just happens to a lot of people. And I'm 3 bills, 300 pounds, and they're like, when you're heavier, that was about the time I first hit 300 pounds. And like, I bet if you took Viagra or something and got hard, it would be fully hard again. And I've never tried it. I don't want to. I mean, I guess I do. I don't know. But there was one time I think it was fully hard again, and it's not like I can complain. I can't even complain about after it got damaged, because before it got damaged, I could hit about. And yes, this is go fuck yourself if you judge me, but it could hit 8 inches and a couple millimeters. Like, well, why do you care about a couple millimeters? Shut up. And after, it's like 6.5 inches. But the head doesn't get hard. So it's very funny. Like when you're getting hot and heavy and someone like grabs your, by the base and wants to jam it in, and they're like, oh, because they have to remember the head doesn't get hard, so they gotta position it to get it in there differently. Get it up in that shit. Bitches. It's kind of funny, but it's kind of sad. But it's kind of funny, but it's kind of sad. But it's kind of funny, but it's kind of sad. So, and actually, after it broke for my wife unit, I found I looked for a rubber dick that had a super similar dimensions, and I found one that seemed pretty close. It said it was like maybe 1 inch thinner in diameter, or excuse me, in circumference, and maybe a 1/2 inch longer insertable. When I was full steam, it was about a 1/2 inch longer than when I was full steam. So I got it, and she was like after the first few times I used it on her, and she used it or whatever, and it was a suction cup, so she had it in the shower too. After the first several times she used it, she was like, you did really good. Like the head, the only thing that's weird is the head is shaped different. The rest, she was like, is mwah, great. So when my a couple different exes heard about it, and they're like, hey, give me a link to that shit. And 2 of the exes I talked to regularly got it like immediately, and one was like, woo, that is floating down memory lane, awesome. So, and then I got a couple people I'd been with in the past, and some ex-fuck buddies and shit. They all ended up getting them, and some friends, like, I want to try that shit out, and some other people got them. So, and now I think it's I think they don't sell it anymore. And I haven't found one that was as close to dimensions as that one. So I haven't really tried either. I guess, yeah, I have tried a few times. So that's the story of my dick. Because nobody asked. No, but for real. I was told by a couple of people that when people were on top and they put their hand on their stomach, like, oh, I can feel it up here. I've heard that's something the women just do to like inflate their egos. But I've had it happen so many times in so many almost identical ways for so long. And I just have a hard time believing. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's just what you bitches do, or fucking inflate our egos, which is fine. It feels good. But, anyway. Fuck all of you. Fuck me. I'm gonna check out, so go fuck yourselves.